Here's some pylons going up for Tester, going to make sure he doesn't get Vulture ran by. Vultures are so hard to deal with for a new Protoss expansion. And Tester is being very aggressive now. He's definitely trying to put on the pressure right now. Very nice line of tanks though, and here comes the Goliath, so he definitely has scanned the carriers right now. He knows they're coming, and we'll see if Tester has enough carriers to deal with this. He still has all of his army. I don't think he's lost anything, but neither has Midas. Look at this gigantic army from Midas. I hope he doesn't lose it as fast as he did in the second game, though, because it could be bad. Another Stargate out, so we're going to see carriers from 3 Stargates. This could be decimating to Midas' army if he can't hold this off. It looks like 3 carriers out. I'm not sure how many he's going to wait for. It looks like just the 3. And Tester is moving out right now with his 3 carriers. Going to try to get some damage done and keep Midas from taking the middle, because Midas has a gigantic purple blob in the middle of the map right now. Look at all those troops. Kind of scattered troops. Looks like the carriers are definitely revealed now. The Goliaths are out here to try to deal with it. There's one Goliath. There's a bunch of Goliaths going to try to defend these tanks so Midas can push in and take out these expansions. It's a very substantial group from Midas, though. It's going to be very tough for Tester to deal with this, I think, because Midas has just been amassing troops from tons and tons and tons of factories. So now he's going in, trying to break the natural expansion, and it looks like Tester is committed to a counterattack. He's not going to try to defend his natural. I think he's going to try to defend it maybe with carriers. But he's going in for the counterattack. There's nothing to defend this natural expansion from Midas. So both these guys, it looks like, are committed to destroying the other's base. I love to see matches like this because it's always tough to tell who's going to win. The carrier's trying to defend the base here, so he's going to try to use his carriers and carriers only to defend this base while he goes out with his whole army to destroy Midas. This is going to be pretty incredible. He's got to focus fire on these Goliaths, and if he can focus fire on them, he's going to have an easy job taking this out. You see, that Nexus is going to go down, but I do not think that Tester cares at this point. Although he is moving an army down, he might be falling back. I'm not sure. He's grouping his army down here. You can see him moving the army down the map. So he might just be thinking about taking out Midas' army right now. He's doing a great job with these carriers, just picking off tanks left and right. And Midas is, I don't know what Midas is up to, but he's not microing his Goliaths very well. He's attacking the interceptors. I think he should probably focus on the carriers. I mean, I don't think his Goliaths are upgraded too much. I mean, really well upgraded Goliaths can take out interceptors very quick and make the carriers pretty useless. But I think he should focus on the carriers with the Goliaths right now, because a gigantic fleet of carriers out for Tester. It's looking very bad for Midas. Once again, he's lost his entire army. Just has them so spread out. And you see he's finally focusing fire on the carriers. Going to try to take those out. But I don't even think he has enough Goliaths here to deal with that. Tester has a backup army here. He's keeping them at bay because of the siege tanks right now. But he can move in at any time once he picks off those siege tanks and take out pretty much everything else here. It's an epic battle between carrier and Goliath. Always fun to watch. Looks like he's still focusing fire on those interceptors. Might finally have the upgrades to take out the interceptors quickly. Dark Templar going in, just trying to distract Midas and keep him occupied. There's medics. Medics are moving down. I'm not sure what the medics are going to do, since it's an all mechanized army. Looks like the Stargates are no longer pumping, so it looks like either he's saving money for more carriers or he's stopped pumping carriers altogether. He probably won't need any more carriers because Midas' army is just falling back. It's being picked off one by one. And he doesn't have any more bases than this right here. And I think he's might be thinking about going for raids to deal with the carriers right now. But look at this massive army from Tester. It looks like Tester has just out-macroed Midas in this engagement. And there's the interceptors all going down. This is a nice patch of Goliaths here, going to be able to take down every interceptor and keep Tester from building interceptors, because interceptors take a while to get into a carrier. plus they cost 25 minerals each. Midas trying to get a little bit of harassment done, being fended off very nicely there. And a very large grouping of Goliaths. He's going to have to use those Goliaths and focus fire on these carriers. If he can take down the carriers, I think Midas might actually be in a very good position here because he has plenty of tanks left. Oh, a new base for Midas going down. He might be running out of minerals, actually. He hasn't expanded very far out of his base yet. And it looks like Tester is just moving in here. He's going to try to take out these Goliaths. So many Goliaths here. The Goliaths are going to do a very good job, but so many Dragoons coming in. This backup grouping of Dragoons is probably going to get the job done here. Nice little pincer attack here by Midas. I'm not sure if he can take out all these troops, though. You see a lot of Dragoons going down. Oh, the Goliaths going down. I'm not sure how Tester is keeping up this big of an interceptor count, especially with the Goliaths picking them off one by one, but he's doing a great job taking down almost all the Goliaths here. This might be the last 2 Goliaths in the game, maybe last 3 Goliaths. And Tester is just going to get a backup army and push it right into the natural expansion here. And all these tanks, I think, are going to go down soon. That might be the last Goliath. No, there's some backup Goliaths, but geez, just not nearly enough to deal with this large group of carriers. Looks like Tester has been reinforcing his carriers, been sending in extra carriers behind them. And one of Midas's last mining bases is going to go down. So Midas is in terrible shape right now. He's going to try to repair this command center, but it's not going to be any use. See that Tester has pretty much free reign here. And Midas, I don't think, has any way of getting back in this game right now. It looks like Midas has been knocked out of the OSL by Tester. There's the command center going down. So Midas is going to be so far behind in almost every aspect of this game. Economics, military, tech, just everything. And once these Goliaths go down, I think Midas is going to GG because there's pretty much no way he can get back in this game now. Because Tester, I think, has taken 2 more bases in this whole time. So he's macroing up very nicely. He has pretty much unharassed economy right now. There's a first-person perspective of Midas. I'm not sure why they're showing that right now, because Midas is doing horribly here. And GG's. Very rare that they show the first-person perspective of a GG, but Midas is out. And Tester will be moving into the round of 16. I'm sure he's happy about that. And I've been happy to cover this, especially the second game. That was pretty awesome. So, this has been Nuke. Be sure to check out my dual commentary with Ranch and DA on his page between Jedong and Hwasun because it was a great game, and it was a request, a New Year's request. So, have fun. I'll be back tomorrow with another comm.